Thank you all for, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. My name is Bill Heinzen, Chair of the Franchise and Concession Review Committee. This FCRC public hearing will now come to order. Will you please call the roll?
Mayor.
Bill Heinzen, present.
Office of the Mayor.
Maria Present.
Controller.
Ricky DeCosta for New York City Controller Brett Lander, present.
Corporation Counsel.
Matthew Bridge, present.
Office of Management and Budget.
Vaughn Kintu, present.
President Borough of the Bronx.
Robert Maraglia for Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson.
President Borough of Brooklyn. Let the record reflect President Borough of Brooklyn is not present. President Borough of Manhattan.
Peter Torrey from Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine.
President Borough of Queens. Let the record reflect President Borough of Queens is not present. President Borough of Staten Island.
Yassine Jokovich for Staten Island Borough President, Vito J. Fasella, President.
Representative Department of Transportation.
William Godowski, DOT, Department of Transportation.
Representative Department of Parks and Recreation.
Phil Abramson, present.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome to this public hearing of the FCRC. The hearing being conducted today has been publicly advertised in accordance with the New York City Charter and the concession rules of the City of New York. We want to make sure that anyone who wants to be heard has an opportunity to do so. So please, if you wish to speak, fill out a request slip, which you may obtain from the clerk. Those registered will be called upon to testify after their item has been called. You may also submit written testimony to the clerk, which will be made part of the record. Any written submissions can be given to the clerk at the close of the public hearing, or you can mail it to fcrc@mocs.nyc.gov. That's fcrc@mocs.nyc.gov by the end of today. All written testimony will be provided to the committee for our review and consideration. Okay, will you please call the first calendar item?
New York City Department of Transportation calendar item number 1. In the matter of the intent to seek Franchise and Concession Review Committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to Section 116 of the concession rules of the City of New York to enter into a sole source agreement with the City University of New York Senior Colleges, also known as the City University of New York on behalf of Baruch College, for the operation and management of the pedestrian plaza located on East 25th Street between Lexington and 3rd Avenues in Manhattan, New York, and maintenance and/or repair of certain amenities installed within the plaza, including through city-approved plaza events, sponsorships, and gifts and sub-concessions, including but not limited to providing for the sale of any of the following: prepared food, beverages, locally grown produce or locally manufactured products, merchandise such as souvenirs or t-shirts, and other similar merchandise within the plaza. The agreement will provide for one 5-year term commencing upon written notice to proceed, which may be renewed for up to 2 additional 5-year terms exercisable upon mutual consent of both parties.
Okay, thank you. Before we receive any testimony from the public, does any member wish to make a statement? Okay, do we have anyone signed up for public testimony today?
We do not.
Okay. We've heard all testimony, meaning none on this calendar item. Does the agency have any items for the record? Any statements for the record?
No.
Thank you. Okay, will you please call the next item?
New York City Department of Transportation calendar item number 2. In the matter of the intent to seek Franchise and Concession Review Committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to Section 116 of the concession rules of the City of New York to enter into a license agreement with Union Square Partnership District Management Association, Inc. to provide for the operation and management of a pedestrian plaza which is located on Broadway between East 18th Street and East 19th Street, Broadway between East 17th Street and East 18th Street, East 17th Street between Broadway and Park Avenue South, Union Square West between East 16th Street and East 17th Street, Union Square West between East 14th Street and East 15th Street, East 14th Street between University Place and Broadway, and University Place between East 13th Street and East 14th Street in Manhattan, New York, and maintenance and/or repair of certain amenities installed within the licensed plaza, including through city-approved plaza events, sponsorships, gifts, and sub-concessions, including but not limited to providing for the sale of any of the following: prepared food, beverages, locally grown produce or locally manufactured products, merchandise such as souvenirs or t-shirts and other similar merchandise within this licensed plaza. The license provides for one 10-year term commencing upon written notice to proceed, which may be renewed for up to 2 additional 5-year terms exercisable at the sole discretion of DOT.
Okay, thank you. Does any, before anyone testifies from the public, does any member have a statement on the item? If not, is anyone here to testify today?
No.
Okay. For the record, I just realized, I apologize, I didn't realize this earlier, but I just realized that I'm going to recuse myself from any consideration of this item. I sit on the board of an organization that owns adjoining property within this area. Apologies, I didn't notice that before. So I won't be voting on this item. Okay, will you please call the next calendar item? Oh, I'm sorry. DOT, did you have anything you want to say about this?
No, nothing to say.
Okay, thank you. Can you please call the next item?
Yeah. New York City Department of Parks and Recreation calendar item number 3, in the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to section 116 of the concession rules of the City of New York to enter into a sole source license agreement with the Battery Conservancy for the operation and maintenance of a food and beverage concession in the New Amsterdam Pavilion at Peter Minwee Plaza at the Battery, Manhattan. The agreement will provide for one 10-year term with 2 5-year renewal options, provided that Parks has renewed its maintenance and operation agreement with licensee according to the terms.
Okay, thank you very much. Before public testimony, does any member wish to make a statement on this item? Okay, hearing none, does any member of the public wish to testify? Has anyone signed up?
No.
Okay, thank you. Will you please call the next item? Oh, I'm sorry, once again. DOT, did you have, or Parks, did you have a statement that you wanted to make or comment?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation calendar item number 4, in the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to section 116 of the concession rules of the City of New York to enter into a sole source license agreement with the Times Square District Management Association, Inc. for the maintenance and operation of Father Duffy Square in Manhattan, including the collection of special event concession fees. The agreement will provide for one 10-year term with 2 5-year renewal options.
Okay, thank you. Before we take public testimony, does any member have a statement on the item? Okay, do we have any members of the public signed up to testify today?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. Does the Parks Department wish to make any statement for the record?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Can you please call the next item?
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation calendar item number 5, in the matter of the intent to award as a concession a license agreement to American Golf Corporation for the renovation, operation, and maintenance of the Diker Beach Golf Course, Brooklyn. The agreement will provide for one 20-year term.
Okay, thank you very much. Before we take public testimony, does any member have any comment or statement? Okay, hearing none, any member of the public signed up to testify today?
No.
Okay, Parks, do you have a statement you'd like to make?
No, thank you.
Okay, if no one else wishes to speak, we are concluding today's hearing. We ask the reporter make the entire public hearing agenda, which was made publicly available and distributed at this hearing, part of the final record of the proceeding. This hearing is now closed. Thank you.